You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat.
But nothing ever stopped me from dusting off my shoes. You might think you'll see me falling to the ground, but I threw up my umbrella when rain stops hitting down. Yeah. On a bad day, on a good day, I don't need no sunshine, 'cause I'm dancing with the rain.
Who needs sunshine?
You will see me running, thinking I might be insane. I don't need no sunshine, you keep me going strong. I just need my happy face to keep me moving on. Looking out the window, reflecting who I am. No one ever stopped me, not even Uncle Sam. Life might be a struggle, life might be a fight, but I am here to show the world that I can make it right. On a bad day, on a good day, on a bad day, rain keeps raining.
If you would like to see more of what I do, check me out on my website, Tom's Train of Thought, where you could find many different tabs, projects, layout updates, videos, and links, and of course, Rumble. So check that out. The link is in the description, and thank you for your support. a lot of things are on there that is not on YouTube. So check out Tom's Train of Thought website. I also do live streams on Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. You could find the links right here on my website. And there are other times when I pop up occasionally. Other times besides the Monday and Wednesday night live streams. So check it out. Okay, come on. Okay, we're getting ready to come on.
Okay.
Camera's right up there.
Okay.
Well, hello everybody. It's November 13th and we got Debbie right here. She was anxious to see me come on, so I told her to come on over here and say hello. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, who do we got in here? We got Gerald Stewart was the first one in here. And then Jim Tedesco popped in. And then Bob
Hello,
Eckhart.
Jim.
Steve Moscon.
Hello, Steve.
Thomas Trains.
Hello. Who?
Thomas Trains.
Thomas Trains.
And then Jim said, everybody dance.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, do the
and then-
Trump dance.
And then Chasco, how y'all doing? All right, and who else came in here? An Awesome Possum. Good to see you. All right.
Bye.
Awesome Possum. All right. Good to see you in here. You're confusing me. I'm thinking you're Possum Bayou, but I see the Canadian thing on there. So you're different possum. Okay. How you doing, Awesome Possum? And Real Artist, good to see you in here tonight. Thank you for stopping in. Okay, we're going to do a train show. We're going to do a train show haul. We're going to show you what is on the layout over there. And I got to call Debbie. Hey, Debbie, come here for a second.
Okay.
I turned this light out over here, and it's a little bit... Turn that light on right there. Boom! Okay, that's a little bit lighter. Okay, thank you, my sweetie. All right, now put some light on the subject over here. And Gary Chestnut, good to see you. All right, so I think I got everybody. Oh, here's where Gary popped in. I missed you when you popped in there. Okay. All right, right there. Okay, so I think I got everybody now. All right, so train show haul. What's on the not the workbench? I didn't even turn the. Yeah, Thomas. I saw what you said about Crooked Dave, and he might see this. Okay, and we'll take a look at this over here. I did a little bit of ground cover, and you can see I did it up all the way on the wall up there and in front of the street and all over there. So the only thing that I got left to do is I have to do some alcohol spray in the front, and then put some drops of diluted white glue, because I just put that on there this morning, but I didn't do the second coat over top of it. So there's still stuff that's on there loose, so I'll have to do that after the shoe tonight. But that's what we got, and I'll show you how I got to that point and what colors that I mixed. I got about one, two, three, four, about 7 different blends of turf in that mixture, and I put it in one of those big jars that you see in the back. That's my empty jar of cashews. It's been cleaned out, so no cashew residue left in there. Okay, no residue left. All right, so let me do this. I always like to do this in the beginning. So smash that like button, because you know YouTube does not push this thing out. You got to let them know that you're watching. The more stuff that you do on here, the better off it gets pushed out. And YouTube has done something else. If you notice on your community tab, not your community tab, what's it called? Studio. Instead of comments, they changed it to community. So what's the deal with that? Tom, have you ever thought you and Debbie ride the Grand Canyon Railroad? We haven't made it out there yet. The closest we got was the Royal Gorge Railroad that we did about 7 years ago. We did the Royal Gorge when we was in Colorado. We was there too early in the year because none of the other railroads were open up. That was the only one that was open. Yeah, when was that? March? We went up there in March because no, that was 8 years ago, because that's when my grandson was born. So that's we'd like to go there, but we haven't rode on that one yet. We rode on a lot of different ones, but not that one. So we're trying to get to ride on as many as we can while we still can. The last time we rode on one was the meet and greet. We went to the long 3-hour one. Well, there was a short one at Jim Thorpe, a back and forth, and then the long one. There was about 5, 6, 7, 8-hour extravaganza. 3 hours up, a couple hours waiting around. Then we went up to the coal breaker, came back, and then took a ride back. That was a lot of fun. So that was 3 train rides in that extravaganza. We went back to Strasbourg, but we didn't ride the train there then, because we just did some sightseeing and took some videos and left. But we like to go on those train rides. One of these days, this past weekend was the Sugar Express, but damn, they charge a lot of money. I think it's $80 a seat for just to go down to about 10 miles down the road and then back up. So when we hit the lotto, maybe we'll hit that one the next time they do it. They'll probably have it again around Christmas time, and they'll have Santa Claus on it. So we'll look into that one. It took us by surprise because we went down. We was going downtown because they just set up the Christmas decorations in downtown Sebring. We went to look at them, and then we seen that there was all kind of cars parked in the parking lot over at the fairgrounds, and we seen the canopy with the Sugar Express. So maybe the next time we'll hit that one. So I would like to thank everybody that supports this channel, even those 75 or more thin-skinned liberals that dropped out a couple of weeks ago when they got all pissed off because I put something on here about Trump. Yeah, and Debbie's over there doing the Trump dance. She wouldn't let me wear my hat, and she wouldn't wear her MAGA hat when we went to the train show this time because we were taking her sister out to lunch afterwards. And she hates Trump. She doesn't know why she hates him. She can't explain it, but she just hates him. I fixed my great uncle's model Illinois Central 482 number 2600, and it's all metal. I'm not finished with it yet. I need to engrave the details in it, and will look good. I imagine it will. The train is handmade. All right, that's good to hear. Okay, so let me put this up here to thank everybody that supports this channel.
You can now support me on my locals community, Tom's Train of Thought. Membership is free, and by clicking the join button, you can support me for as little as $5 per month. Link is in the description and in the chat. Thank you for your contributions during the live stream. I really appreciate it. I would also like to thank all the moderators who have helped me out in the past years. Thank you very much.
Just like that guy said on there, on that little thingy, thank you very much. Now, I got to tell you a story about this morning before I forget it, because when we woke up, Debbie handed me her phone and said, put this on the charger for me. So I put it on the charger on the end table next to the couch, and then we had breakfast, and and she worked on some of her stuff, and I worked on doing the scenery in the front over there, and then we got ready to go out, and she's looking all over the place for her phone. She said, I thought my phone was on the charger. I said, yeah, it was on the charger, but I see the cables on the bottom. You must have picked it up and put it somewhere. So it looked all over the place, and she couldn't find it anywhere. So she grabbed my phone and started ringing it. And her phone started ringing, and she had it in her pants pocket already. So that's what happens when you get old. All right. Southern Indiana. Oh my goodness. They're back. The snowbirds are back. We seen about 5 plates, Indiana plates, today when we was out. And I seen another one. We went to see Jim Tedesco today, and I'll show you a little video. We got to see a train. While we were stuck there for about 15 minutes before we could cross the track and go see him. But on the way back, we stopped at Wawa to get a soda, and at the Wawa, they have the Tesla charging stations there. And these 2 guys, nerdy-looking guys, come out, and I knew, okay, they're going to that Tesla back there. But they were from Pennsylvania, because they pulled out right in front of me as we were exiting out there. And you can see the Tesla sign under there and Pennsylvania plates, but it didn't have Tesla underneath it. It had Starlink underneath it. I never seen a Tesla with the Starlink name under the logo. So something new for me. But the snowbirds are here in full force. We went to CVS, and the lines are longer now. And I have to go tomorrow to get some more medicine, and then I dread that. But anyway, what we're going to do first is we went to a train show in Orlando, Train Collectors Association Southern Division, which was O-scale, S-scale, and I didn't think there would be any, HO or N, but there was. I was surprised, and I picked up a few things, so here we go, Train Show Hall. Well, it said and hobby shop, but we didn't go to a hobby shop after that. But anyway, I didn't buy much, but I got this. Joe from Regal Railway he goes to all the train shows, and he sets up a table at all of them up front. And I got this one here. It's a bottle opener with it looks like an 040. It's non-descripted because it's too small to see what the logo is on it. But there's a little station there and a water tower. But $5 for that. And then I got this right here for nothing. The vendor there recognize me and don't touch them trains. He gave me this. Hey, Curtis, how you doing? So this is the train show hall right here. But the guy gave me this. If you watch my video, you can see who it is. He goes to the shows in D-Land and the Villages. So I'll probably see him when we go to either one of those, because both of those are coming up in January. And also I bought a 5-pack of Flex Track and rail joiners. And so let's get on with the train shows, because that's all I got. And then Debbie got a bunch of free catalogs for Lionel and Markland and stuff like that. So LGB, and she likes all that free stuff. So here we go. Train shows coming up. All right, Newport Richey, Florida, November 16th is a Regal Railway. That's way up on the west coast, north of Tampa. That's a little bit too far for us to go, but it's another Regal Railway one. And then Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that's way too far for us, but that's November 23rd and 24th. They sent me all these flyers in the email, so I figured I'd put that up there. Train Fest. And then Melbourne, Florida, December 7th, we got a question mark on there. We may go to that one. Hey, Curtis, you went to the last one there, didn't you? It was like, they have them every 3 months. Hey, Russ's Rock O and HO Trains and Stuff. I got it this time. How you doing? Good to see you in here. We're going through the train shows right now. All right, so we may go to Melbourne. It's only like about 2 hours. Most of the train shows are like 2 and 2.5 hours for us. Yeah. So, was it the same as the last time? Pretty small. Even though it's small, we like to go anyway. All right, but anyway, Crystal River, Florida, December 7th, the same day. I'm not sure where that is. I think that's on the West Coast also. And Timoti, Maryland, December 7th and 8th, Greenberg. And from what I'm told, that's the larger scales, the toy trains. Yeah, I will be going. Oh, okay, you'll be going too. All right, good to hear. Well, we'll see you there then. All right. And let me see what else. Columbus, Ohio, December 7th. That's a Golden Spike Enterprises. They always have good ones. And the Villages, Florida, December 12th through the 15th. It's trains only. No vendors. That's where they got Santa Claus there. They got Santa Claus's helpers. They sing Christmas carols. It's in a different building than I'm not sure what building it is. They usually have it at the Savannah Center, but this one's in a different building, and they have each scale is in a different room in there. So, you get to listen to the Christmas carols. You can sit on Santa's lap and all that good stuff, and and go see all the stuff. We may go to that one. It's how many days is that? 12, 13, 14, 4 days long. Okay, so okay, my phone's saying ring, ring, ring. Do you have any extra you could sell? Okay. Have to take a close look at it. Is that supposed to be shingles? He sent me a picture. I guess that's shingles. I have a bunch of shingles. I could give them to you if you come up here. They're not painted, but if you want them, you could have them. Okay. And let me see what I say. The villages. So that's, trains only. Sounded like cat meow. It says, ring, ring, ring. Okay. So, Pinellas Park, Florida, December 14th. Suncoast Model Railroad Club. So that we go to that one. That's a good one to go to. Robert Sacco has that. Get a big bear hug from him. And in Largo, they have their Model Railroad Club on display and scale and HO scale. We'd like to go over there and video what they have running there. They always have some good stuff there. And also Dunkin' Donuts. And sometimes cookies. They switch off between Dunkin' Donuts and cookies. So always get a treat while you're over there. So that's always a nice place to go. Then D-Land, Florida, January 11th to 12th. Golden Spike Enterprises, 2-day event. That's the big one for D-Land. They have 2 buildings, 2 days. They got the vendors in one building, and in the other building they got some more vendors plus some trains. So we like to go to that one. And again, in the back, about now it should be the fair in D-Land in Volusia County, but in the back, in the barn, they have the HO scale up there. And I keep on getting these messages, chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. It's been doing that all night. All right, so it says it's back on again. And there's T-Star. How you doing? Good to see you in here. We're talking train shows here. Glad you can make it in here. So D-Land, that's a good one to go to. And the barn behind it it's always good. And I don't know why, but people like to see videos of that in the barn. I did 3 videos on it, and on 2 of them, I got 14,000 plus views on each, and the last one that I did a couple of months ago, I got 15,000 plus views on it. So who knows? People like seeing those old people running the trains in there. Okay. So Duluth, Georgia, January 18th, Golden Spike Enterprise. I got a question mark there because I also have a question mark on West Springfield, Massachusetts, Amherst. It depends on how much money we have. If we don't have enough money to go to Amherst, we're going to go to Georgia. And if we have enough, we're not going to go to Georgia. We'll go to Amherst. So, it's a toss-up. So we got to flip. Well, we got to see how much money we got, and then we'll decide. But we've been to Duluth, Georgia. It's on the on the northeast side of Atlanta, and the Gas South Pavilion. And I think they're still working on it. They've been working on it for like 4 years now. Every time we go, they still have construction going on. So, I talked to one of the guys that live up that way. He's in a model railroad club, and he says it's forever construction there. So it's a never-ending construction at the Gas South. But they got Best Western about 2 blocks away from there, real cheap and really nice. So it's a pretty good show, and it's not too expensive to go to. And so the Springfield, Mass, January 25th and 26th, if we can afford it. And then the Villages again, February 1st and 2nd. This time they have vendors there. So that's a good one on Saturday and Sunday. And then Jacksonville, Florida, February 8th. We were there last year, and that was an excellent one. I think I got 5 Bar Mills kits there the last time, and somebody right behind me got the rest of the stock. I think he had like 25 kits there. I didn't have enough money to buy all of them, but somebody went there with like $400 and gave them for the last 20 kits. So it's a good show, and it's an overnighter for us too, because it's a long way. And then there's 2 Buc-ee's along the way up there, so Debbie likes going to that one, and Debbie likes going to the one in D-Land. And one of these days, they're going to finish the Buc-ee's in Ocala, so that's not too far from the Villages. So maybe one of these days when we go to the Villages, we'll be able to pop over to the Buc-ee's near Ocala, because it's supposed to be not too far from where the turnpike comes up into 75. So that's all the train shows I got right now. Okay, so let's look at this. I'm going to show you how we got to this point here. I got a short video showing you what I did, how I, what colors I blended together, how I did the, I don't know if I think I did the stone. I did a video on the stone. Yeah, I think I already showed that video on the stone. But let me find the video here. Oh, that's the trains. Let me do this one here. Okay, it starts off with me in Home Depot, because the price of, I'm just looking for like a 2x4 foot sheet, 1/2 inch thick, and the price just keeps on going up.
Home Depot. Okay.
I think the week before it was like $21, and the same at Lowe's, the price of plywood went up again.
15, 30 seconds, 2x4, 31, 2x4, 31. BC plywood soffit. Okay. I just mixed up a blend of different ground covers, and I put it right here. This is what I'm going to do for the backgrounds in the mountains and up front. Okay, and let me show you what it is. It's burnt grass fine, yellow straw, late fall medium, coarse turf medium green, and coarse turf light green. So I used more of these 2 right here, a little bit of that, and just a little bit of this and that to get this right here. Get a mixture of, all of them together, so, scenery just doesn't look like one color at all times. It's just a mixture. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to spread it up on the wall right now. I opened up another drawer in my soil, or my scenery stuff, and came up with fine turf soil and fine turf weeds, and added it to this right here. So as I go along, I'm adding more. I only got one more drawer left. This is this stuff here is pretty heavy, so I'll use that for underbrush and bushes, for like what it says right there. Here's what it looks like up on the wall.
The enemy is still going around harassing people. They're still attacking innocent people. They're still trying to shut us down. And it's so critical.
Well, the glue is a little bit wet yet, so I had to quit after that amount right there. Well, it's a little bare without the buildings, but here is the scenery.
Well, if you look at the wall right there, you could tell I could only work for about 5 minutes at a time, so you could see on the wall the little short pieces where I did the work.
Well, it's a little bare without the buildings, but here is the scenery on the wall, at least. Okay, now I gotta vacuum it all up.
And plus, I use I tape a piece of paper underneath it to catch the all the ground foam that doesn't get stuck, so I could reuse it.
Oh, the little bit that I have left over here.
been able to get a little bit up, but
still get some on the
there's
on the
still
floor.
some in there in between the tracks and stuff like that. But now I deal with the front. I did the section close to the tracks this morning, and then we went out. And now the only thing I have to do is go over it with the alcohol and alcohol, spray it with alcohol, and then do it with the diluted glue, because I added some bigger ones here, but you know, when you put this stuff down, all of it doesn't hit the surface where the glue is. So you got to go over top of it. But everything else over there is finished. That section right there is going to be covered with that background building, and there's going to be background buildings all along here. So you won't see the bottom of that, and background buildings and other buildings in front of the elevator track, so you won't see the wood frame. And so getting there slow, real slow. Well, that's where we left off. I that last section right there, I videoed a couple hours before I did this stream. And Michael Brandt, I didn't see your comment, so hello. Was off this for about 6 months, but lurking in the background. So hello, Michael, if you're still in there. Good to see you in there. And yeah, chat gremlins. Yeah, I mean, it's been doing it all night. I mean, when I first came on, let me see if I can find. I made a copy of it. Yeah, because YouTube screws everything up. Let me see if I can make it big. Stick it over here and do this. There it is. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Boom. Before I went on, before I started the live stream. So go figure. All right, so we're like I said, I was stopped at Jim's, and we got not too often I get the rail fan, but here I'm going to show you a little bit of it. We got about 11 minutes, and then we took a little bit more, so it's like 13 minutes. But I'm just going to compress it. You seeing it there? Oh, you seeing it there too? Okay. YouTube must be screwing up something terrible. They're changing a lot of crap. I don't know what's going on with them now. So they're getting screwy. Yeah, like I said, they changed the comments, and if you look on your cell phone on the studio, that is really screwed up. Because if you go on there. No, that's photos, and that's not the one. Okay, hold on a second. Let me find it here. So if you go to content, usually they listed all your videos, and now you see this right here where you got to click on videos, either videos or shorts or live. They used to have all your videos listed here, and then the list going across this way of live and shorts. I don't know why they changed it. So you got to click here just to see this again. So what's the point? It just making shit harder for you. And then you got to go back, and if you want to look at live, you got to go back to the beginning and click on live to see what your live is. Oh, and by the way, they demonetized my last live stream because of the Trump videos I had there with Lee Greenwood and YMCA and stuff like that. They demonetized it. So, fuck YouTube. So anyway, so Eddie, ELW Lines Railroad, We call it screw tube for a reason, that's for sure. Yeah, somebody else was complaining recently. Can't remember who it was. But they're kicking a lot of people off YouTube. But Eddie ELW Lines Railroad, he gave me a couple of stickers to give Jim Tedesco, so I was dropping them off today, and we ran into this. Go figure.
You hold that out there for me, baby.
Oh, okay. There we go. Now we crossed that line about a mile up the road, and we could see, you know, they have a couple of sidings up there, and they had a bunch of them sitting up there, a lot more than they did earlier in the week. But they were just, I guess, rearranging them. I'll advance it here.
What did they do when they backed up?
This is 4 minutes into it. Let's go. Let's do it this way. They're moving. Okay. Here we go. They're moving. All right. Finally. Pulling it back down south.
They stopped.
And we thought we had it made, but they stopped and then backed up and connected up some more cars. We've seen when we crossed over before.
Yeah.
All the ones that sitting on the siding. So we sat there probably a total of 15 minutes.
That was a new car. I'm glad I got the number. Uh-oh. I believe I'm going to stop again.
You are absolutely correct.
I bet everybody's getting mad.
Okay, let's go the other way. Oh, they're still going. They slowed down, but now he's going some more.
No, they can't.
Now he's going to stop. No. Yeah. Taking up the slack. No. There it is. Okay, let's advance it a little bit more. Now they're going back and then connecting to some more.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I think this is around the time we seen Jim. He drove up with a scooter on the other side of the tracks.
Leave them all.
Somewhere around in here. Well, they had them stored up there until they're ready for them, and then they'll take them down to Clewiston. That's 8.5 minutes in. Okay, now they're going a little bit further. Store more room on the other track.
Oh, man. Well, at least we get to see the front, huh? That's our old.
Okay. Your phone's heavier than mine.
Want me to do it?
I got it.
You don't.
Okay, here we go. 10 minutes in. He's going up there.
How many minutes?
This is 11 minutes. Almost 11.
You usually starts at 10. You have to do another one.
Yeah. He's going up a little bit further. I can't see. You did a real nice job on your scenery, Tom. Almost looks like the real thing, like that orange utility truck. Who makes that? That is the real thing. That's where we were sitting waiting to go to Jim's house. Here's a short one, minute 38. Debbie was taking it. I was talking to Jim on the phone.
Hey, you watching the train going by? Yeah, we're right on the other side of the crossing. I was going to bring those stickers to you that Eddie gave me. Yeah, we seen your scooter and your legs.
Well, this road is in the middle of nowhere, so there was just a truck behind us. On the other side there, I think there was a couple of people trying to get out.
Underneath the cars. Okay, see you there.
She said you never was you by yourself.
Yeah, if you noticed in the beginning of the first one, there was a pickup truck hauling a little trailer behind us. They waited about a minute and then turned around. Well, we stayed at Jim's for about 2 hours, and then when we went back, they were running back and forth for about an hour and a half, and then they stopped, and then when we was going out, we seen they were still connected at the crossing, but 100 yards up, they were still sitting up there idling. So I have no idea what they were going to do with that. So now we're going to go and open up the Wayback Machine and take a look at the very first railroad that I ever built. Well, not the very first one. This is the first one I did after I got out of the Air Force. And we were still renting, and so it had to be a temporary one. So I just had that fake grass and put it down like that and put it, underneath the Christmas tree. But then after we bought our first house, I started on a more permanent one to put underneath the tree, but it was only like 4 foot by 5 foot. And that was the beginning of it. I cut a little deal in there for a river going through it. And I used paper towel, and then I probably used real plaster back then. But here's what it ended up looking like. Here's I got about 4 or 5 pictures of it. Hey, MRR Adventures, good to see you in here. We're looking at a model railroad that I made for underneath the Christmas tree back in probably 1978. Brass track too. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was brass track. Yes, it was brass track. And I still have most of those buildings. The building under construction, I think, didn't make it, and the building with the picket fence right in front of that didn't make it. But all the other buildings I still have. Yeah, those two there, I had that on my last layout. I modified them a little bit. They look a little bit better than that. And I still have that locomotive and the rolling stock. The only thing I don't have is that signal tower right there. And I have that gas station in pieces. I'll have to put it back together. Well, that really wasn't my first time. I built one when I was a teenager in my basement. This is when I first got back from the Air Force after I got married. So it wasn't my first rodeo. And so there it is right there. My first ones, I used coffee grounds for the road. After my mom made the coffee, we dried them out and used the coffee grounds for the road. I don't know what I used for the ground cover on this one. It was such a long time. Hell, that's 50 years ago. Great memories, yeah. And there he goes. I still have that rolling stock there too. Yeah, brings back memories. All right, I have another one too. Yeah, you guys see this here. Okay, wait a minute. Okay. This is the railroad that I used to work at that ran through J&L Steel, but this was after I was laid off. This was in 1980, probably 81 or 82. I got laid off around May or June of 81, and I was out of work for a while before I got another job. But I even went down to Texas to look for work. Looks kind of like vermiculite. It could have. I really don't know what I used on it. It's hard to say. Probably the lichen, and then they had the bags of lichen and other stuff back then. But my wife was going to college, and so I would drive her into Pittsburgh and take Tommy and Melissa with me and drop her off for class, and she only had like two classes a day. So I would go over on the south side and take some photos over there. Well, one day I was able to get the 424 in the bicentennial paint job. I got a few pictures of it. So those are very rare because it's hard to find photos of the locomotives on the Moncon Railroad. I was surprised. I didn't know that I had these. And that's back when right before I got laid off, they put in big electric furnaces in J&L Steel, and they were using scrap. So there he was riding on top of the car of the scrap metal. I had like 5 or so classes a day, but only went to 1 or 2. Yeah, there you go. Well, my wife went for her nursing degree, and she took a leave of absence when she had 2 kids. So she went back later on to finish up her last 2 years. So she had most of her credits already in. So all she had to do was, they changed the curriculum, so all she had to do was all the new stuff. Yeah, like Loco Cab 424. Yeah, we had about 6 of these switchers, and 2 of the ones that they have at the Strasbourg that I showed pictures of it one other time. Okay, right there. And this is one of the floodlight towers that when I was working there, we had to rewire it. So we had to run the conduit all the way from the bottom to the top and put all new fixtures up on top. We had new HID fixtures to put in there. So when I first started, I hated heights, but once I was in there for a couple of weeks, running up and down the floodlight tower, I got used to it and was just dangling all over the place. And here's a nice view of the furnaces at J&L. A nice shot of the see how well maintained the tracks are. It's funny how when you use a telescopic lens, what everything looks like. Hey, Dutchmans, how you doing? Good to see you in here. Yeah, this is where I used to work on the Moncon Railroad in J&L Steel in Pittsburgh. And this was after I was laid off there. This was like in 1981 or 82. Not exactly sure when. And what's this one here? And this is the Conrail. Conrail ran right next to us. In fact, they ran right through the mill, through a tunnel, and then came out the other side. But this was at the very end of where the Moncon Railroad was in J&L Steel. You could see the last bit of it down, down a little bit further. And one more. And this is from the south side of Pittsburgh with a telephoto lens looking up to the Hill District. So, I like to take a lot of photos back then. And then we'll go back even further. This is what I wanted to do for Veterans Day, but like Jim, I took a nap. But here's what we did in the barracks in our off time. We played guitars, got drunk. Let me see if we could advance it. Let me undo that and go do this manually here. Hung around, listened to music, played music. This guy right here, I'm still in touch with him on Facebook. And that was my roommate there, Whitey. He was from Wheeling, West Virginia. As Chucky Makes, he's from Cleveland. And that's me with the guitar. Me again with the guitar. And my reel-to-reel tape recorder behind us. And Chucky smoking, blowing an O-ring. And that's my Whitey with the with the scuba gear. 70s stuff. Yeah, this is 70. Had to be 74, right before I got out of the service. I got out in February 75. And this is my room because you can see the posters in the background there. I had a lot of posters. Yeah, that's me wearing Whitey's hat. He had a smaller head than me. There's Whitey again in the hallway. And that's JT, shaven. Oh, I missed one here. Oh, yeah, there's him in his underwear. And there's Whitey. I got a good shot of him. Air Cannabis, come fly with us. That was my poster. We did a lot of that in the evenings. Another one of my posters. There's me again. Had a good old days. That's for sure. That was 50 friggin' years ago. Can you imagine that? And I think Chucky over there with the t-shirt on, he was on call that weekend. So he had to be out in the lobby. And he broke his leg riding a motorcycle, and he just got off the cast. His leg was in a cast for a year, and they had to cut about 2 inches off one of his legs. Me blowing smoke. Dominic Masucci, he's from Perth Amboy, New Jersey. After he got out, he went to college and became a doctor. There he is again. Let me see. Did I skip one? No, there's Flash. I never knew this guy's real name. Young, dumb, and full of cum. That's for sure. All these guys rode motorcycles too, except for me and the one guy, Brian Linder. This guy right here. He had the van, so we all went out and out to a abandoned airstrip that was right off the base and smoked pot every night. Dutchman's Wood Shack, that is cool. I wanted to get a game warden as a kid, thinking he would know all the good spots. Dad wisely asked, when do you think they work the most? That's that dream. We all rode motorcycle. Yeah, the one guy had a Norton Flash. Where's he at? Where'd he go? What happened to Flash? He was in here somewhere. Oh, that's after he got his cast off. What happened to Flash? He's in here. Let's go this way. I know he's in here somewhere. He had a Norton 1200. Okay. Oh, I can't find him. And this guy worked in the paint shop with my roommate. And there's Whitey and Dominic Masucci was his name. And there was our Christmas tree. All right, he was a firefighter. All right, good deal. Rode a Yamaha. Mojave Desert. All right, good to hear. Dad worked for the Forest Service. So one of the guys had a Christmas tree, and we cut a branch off of it, and that was ours. Cigarette packs as ornaments and whatever else we could find. And the star was the packing. When we got instruments in, they was packed in foam, and it was a star shaped, and that was the top of it. So I grabbed that star for the Christmas tree. And Chucky was building model planes back then, wooden ones. Yeah, I had to go to Edwards Air Force Base one time. We had to fly in there, TDY, right before the Thanksgiving holidays to work at one of the Northrop plants, because that's where they pulled the wings off of the T-38s, and they had a problem with it. And I had to go out there with two other guys, a fuel system guy and a flight line guy. And this is the Pecos River. All right, you grew up there. All right. I don't think that plane lasted too long. But Chucky wanted me to take him out to the Pecos River because he heard about the caves out there, and he liked exploring caves. And that was the first day after he got his full leg cast off for a year. And that's underneath a bridge. It looked like a face right there. But there's him down in the cave. He liked exploring caves. It's Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman now. Oh my goodness. All of them together. Wow. Yeah, I guess Grumman Aircraft was part of Northrop back then too, because when I got out of the Air Force, I got a job offer with Grumman to go to Iran to teach the Iranians how to work on the aircraft that we sent them. Sasquatch Cave. Top secret stuff now. Yeah, back then they had the SR-71 in there, and they only brought it out at night. Right across that. There was like a canal and a big barbed wire fence and a hangar with the SR-71. Yeah, I remember when we had to go to. We had to drive into Edwards Air Force Base to get they gave us a staff car so we could stay at the motel and go back and forth to the Northrop plant. And we had to drive past where they tested, they had that track where they tested, the astronauts. It went across one of the roads. All right, my buddy was an engineer on it. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't want to go down. Wait a minute. I skipped one here. Yeah, he just got out of a cast and he climbed all the way down there to get into that cave. And then 2 days later, he had to go back to San Antonio to get his leg in a cast again. Yeah, in fact, what they offered was 2 18-month tours to go over there, and it was an outrageous amount. It was like $40,000 a year. So, I mean, and then you got a 50% bonus if you re-upped and took the second tour. But a friend of mine, his uncle was a colonel in the Air Force, and he heard that I was thinking about going. He says, "Don't go. You're not going to come back." And he was right, because that was I got out in 75, and that 3 years is when they took the hostages in Iran. So I probably would have been over there when they had the hostage deal. Best dirt bike. I can imagine, yeah. And it's where we're stationed, Del Rio, they built a dam on the Rio Grande. And when we first got there, you could still see where the river was, but it took like 3 years for it to, fill up. And so all the houses that were along the river were underwater, farms and everything. Yeah, we got together and drank all the time. Used mason jars. And here's Christmas party in the hydraulic shop. And we always got together and sang and played guitar. And Rick Coleman, that's the same banjo that what's his name? The guy that always played the banjo on Hee Haw. That's the same one. At Kadena Air Base, Okinawa, we had two SR-71s on temporary assignments. They would swap out planes every few months. I was there 79 to 82. All right. So I'm working on, and going to have issues with the track. I think everybody has issues with the track. You just got to be careful when you put it together. Roy Clark. Yeah, that's the same banjo he had. And there's me. This guy liked to play good old Rocky Top. And that's my roommate right outside the dorm room. And that was at somebody's trailer. And Whitey and everybody in his family were West Virginia state champ archers. And I was able to get the arrow as it left the bow on that one. I turned it up to 1/1000th shutter speed and was able to capture that right there. It took me about 10 shots to get it. I did it from the other side, but the arrow was just out of range on that one there. Yeah, he taught me how to use it. And we went to, we had a barbecue. We barbecued a deer. This was on the perimeter road at the base. He was taking a leak there. Okay, MRR Adventures. Thanks for stopping in. Glad you can make it. I'm almost finished here. Not too many more. And that was his car. I think that was a 56 Chevy. And that's Brian Linder. He's from Minnesota. And that's Whitey with my King Crimson album. And Brian again with my tape recorder in the background. And over on the right, that's a poster of America, the band. And Chucky and Flash. I wish I knew his name. And me. And Brian again. And me right outside our barracks. And right behind me, that was our chow hall. And my chat got disconnected again. This is on the way out to the lake. Chucky Mapes ended up. I missed one. There he goes. After he got out of the Air Force, he stayed there in Del Rio, and him and another guy opened up a dive shop. And they went to went into recovery. Everybody was losing their shit in the lake. So he stayed there for about 2 years. And there was about 5 of us there. And after he got out of the water, the Border Patrol came over and wanted to know what the hell we were doing over there. So that's them leaving. And okay, this is a good story here. This was the night before I got out of the Air Force. So we all went out and got drunk. And we heard that the Clydesdales were going through town, and they stopped there on their way to the Mardi Gras. So that was February 4th. So we got the bright idea that we were going to go search all the stalls to see if we could find them. Well, we looked everywhere and we found some horses. We were so friggin' drunk we didn't know that those weren't the Clydesdales. I didn't know until I got home back in Pennsylvania, took the film to Photo Hut, got it developed, and scanned them on my little mini viewer, and seen that those weren't Clydesdales. Okay, Michael Brandt, thanks for stopping in. But we all thought that, we was in hog heaven because we found the Clydesdales. And they weren't the Clydesdales. And this is the last sunset in Del Rio for me. So that's it. That's it for the Wayback Machine. A lot of memories. I fell asleep. I was going to put this together for the Veterans Day thing, and I fell asleep in the afternoon. So me and Debbie watched 10. I got an old Kodak carousel slide projector. I have 10 carousels, and we watched them all. And you'll notice on all those pictures, there's wrinkles in it, because I had to put a sheet up on the TV, and you can see the wrinkles in the sheet. I used to have one of those things that you open up where you could show the pictures, but I got rid of it when I moved. Amazing what you could dream up when you were drunk. I mean, we thought for sure that those were the damn Clydesdales. We were so fun. Yeah, these are we found them. The only one I told about it was Whitey, because he lived in West Virginia, and he was usher when I got married. Him and Chucky too, because he went to my wedding too. But anyway, that's it. Yeah, young and foolish, but brings back memories. But yeah, we went through. There's 140 slides, and just one of the carousels was from the Air Force. I still have a box that I haven't put it in the carousel. The rest of the carousels is from after I got home, and after I got married, and the first 2 kids. I think I quit taking slides after Sarah was born, the third child, and I went to photographs after that. But the slides look better than the photographs, because they look a hell of a lot better. Yeah, baby Clydesdales. Yeah, there you go. We were so convinced. You couldn't imagine. We were so fucking drunk. Yeah, Clydesdales are huge. Yeah, we didn't know the difference. We were too fucking drunk to know. But we were sure that we went to see them, because they were stopping in the stables. We looked all over the place, and that was the only stable that we could find that had horses in them. The real ones live in Busch Gardens, yeah. But they was being transported to New Orleans at the time for the Mardi Gras when we because the Mardi Gras was like 2 weeks after that. Is that when it is, or shortly after that? Yeah. They were going someplace, but they were coming through Texas. But anyway, that's all I got tonight. I got to work on this a little bit. I probably won't do anything on that until the morning because it's too damn late. My back hurts. I'm tired. So I want to thank you all for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to watch Jim and Crooked Dave in the morning, Jim at night. And we'll see you again next week. Maybe I'll have the buildings back up on there by then, because it doesn't look like I have too much more to do. I got to put another coat on the streets, touch it up a little bit. Yeah, it's always fun to reminisce, that's for sure. But not too much more to do. And it's going slow because I could only do like 5 minutes at a time, but we'll get there. And then after that, I got another Bar Mill Scale Model Works kit to build. With, what's the name of it? Let me go get it. Hold on, I forgot what the name of it was. All right, it's Merchant's Row. Merchant's Row. So Debbie got it for me for my birthday and Christmas. All right, Jeff Sykes, thanks for stopping in. We'll see ya. Let me put up the swirly smoke and we'll talk to you later.
Engineer, where are you headed? Carry me back to Tennessee. Oh, I got a little girl who's been waiting. Promised that she'd marry me. Mister, can we leave that seat? I'll shovel coal, Lord, to pay my fare. Gotta get this train down to the station. My little girl waiting for me. Well, the night is dark and Lord, it's cloudy. I've been traveling that lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Want that low train to carry me back?
Come to Swirly Smoke.
Well, they left Columbus around 7. Oh, Lord, they hit Louisville about 9. And poor boy's heart started overheating, sending all of his love on down. For the night is dark and Lord is quiet. I've been traveling this lonesome road. My one true love waiting there to see. Oh, that long old train back. For the night is dark and the sky is cloudy. true love waiting there to see me. Why that long old train won't you carry me? Oh,
Train, 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 won't you carry me home? Good night, everybody. We'll see you again next time. Have a good time. Auf Wiedersehen, farewell, all that stuff. Woohoo.